Can people with high cholesterol eat eggs? This question has sparked decades of debate, but modern research provides a more nuanced answer than the blanket warnings of the past. The short version is yes, most people with high cholesterol can safely eat eggs in moderation, especially when they are part of an overall heart-healthy diet. But that doesn't mean eggs are risk-free, and understanding the details is crucial for anyone managing their lipid profile. Eggs are a nutritional paradox. On the one hand, they are high in dietary cholesterol, around 185 milligrams per large egg, all concentrated in the yolk. On the other hand, eggs are rich in important nutrients like protein, vitamin B12, selenium, and choline, and they contain bioactive compounds like lutein and zeaxanthin, which support eye and brain health. Despite the cholesterol content, studies have shown that in most people, dietary cholesterol has a limited effect on blood cholesterol levels. The body tends to compensate by producing less cholesterol in the liver when more is consumed through food. However, that compensation isn't consistent across all individuals. Some people, known as hyperresponders, do experience increases in blood cholesterol levels when they eat cholesterol-rich foods. Even so, in these individuals, both LDL and HDL cholesterol levels typically rise, leaving the LDL/HDL ratio relatively unchanged. This distinction matters because the ratio is a better predictor of cardiovascular risk than total cholesterol alone. Still, the presence of cholesterol in eggs makes them a food that should be treated with care, especially by those who already have high LDL levels, a history of heart disease, or diabetes. In these groups, some studies suggest that frequent egg consumption may be associated with a slightly increased cardiovascular risk, especially when combined with other poor dietary choices like red meat, processed foods, or saturated fats. In such cases, the issue isn't necessarily the egg itself, but the total context in which it's consumed, what accompanies it on the plate, and what the rest of the diet looks like. Moderation is the guiding principle. For most healthy adults, even those with elevated cholesterol, consuming up to one whole egg per day is considered safe, particularly if the rest of the diet is low in saturated fats and high in fiber. Egg whites, which are free of cholesterol, provide high-quality protein and can be consumed more freely. Combining one whole egg with additional egg whites is a practical compromise that allows people to enjoy eggs without overloading on cholesterol. There are also concerns about how eggs are prepared. Fried eggs cooked in butter, bacon grease, or oil introduce unhealthy fats that can worsen cholesterol profiles and contribute to inflammation. Boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled eggs, using olive oil or no fat at all, are far healthier options. What you eat with the egg also matters. Bacon, sausage, and buttery toast can quickly turn a reasonable meal into a cholesterol bomb. It's also important to keep in mind that eggs are often unfairly blamed in diets that are already high in processed food, sugar, and red meat. In the context of a balanced, Mediterranean-style diet, rich in vegetables, legumes, whole grains, and healthy fats, eggs can be included occasionally without significant risk. But in a typical Western diet, loaded with pro-inflammatory foods, adding daily eggs may tip the scale in the wrong direction. In conclusion, people with high cholesterol can eat eggs, but only with intentional moderation and awareness. One egg per day, especially when replacing processed meats or refined carbs, is unlikely to cause harm and may offer nutritional benefits. But eggs should not be treated as a guilt-free food for unlimited consumption, especially in the presence of other dietary risks. Portion size, preparation methods, and overall dietary balance all determine whether eggs become part of the solution or part of the problem in managing cholesterol.